Hey Rexians, Rival X Factor here with another episode of Planetside 2 Basic Training, and today we're going to be talking about the spawn system and all the choices you have when playing Planetside 2. Currently we're looking at the deployment locations available to me right now. There's towers, main bases, satellite bases, fortresses, and outposts. Tons of options. Two other options that pop up are spawn beacons if your squad leader lays one, and sunderers, which are mobile spawn points when properly equipped and upgraded through the certification process. Once you spawn on the sunderer, you can change your underwear, and by underwear I mean class, and you can go about your way, attacking or defending a main base, a tower, an outpost as you see fit. One of the cool features built into Planetside 2 is the Redeploy. In the bottom right of the screen, no matter where you are at, get to a safe spot, hit that. A 10-second cooldown starts, and it brings you back to the deployment screen. It doesn't cost you a death, and you don't suicide. Now we're going to talk about a very important tool in keeping your squad together, and that's a spawn beacon highlighted above. Your squad leader can drop one every 5 minutes, and you can hot drop on this. And here's the cool thing. This deployment menu updates every second. So let's say there's one not out. You could say, hey, squad leader, I need to get back in the fight. There's no sunderer. We're out in the middle assaulting, about to capture point. Can you drop a beacon? Sure thing. Here you go. Hot drop. You're right in the action, right next to your squad mates, pushing the attack or helping defend the base or tower. If you're the squad leader, you can place a beacon every 5 minutes. And here's a tip. If it gets blown up or killed by the enemy and yours is on cooldown, promote somebody else. They can drop one instantly. So again, as you're losing spawn points, these things can be Johnny on the spot to save you and your squad's bacon. How do you go about acquiring a squad beacon? It's very simple. You go into the cert tree, squad leader, the first notch in command rank, and there you go. Spend the certs wisely. It's worth it. So let's go through a scenario. Your squad leader has inserted into a beacon. It's blown up or he doesn't have one down. Look above the squad. There's a command telling you, hey, hit this key, insert by default on the keyboard to spawn right next to your squad leader. And there's a couple options. Tower, outpost, major base, work gate, or sunderer, which will happen a percentage of the time. If you spawn at the sunderer, you got to be ready to shoot because there could be bad guys right next to you. So always be prepared when you use this feature. The redeploy function can also help you travel around Araxis very quickly. You can use this if you're out in the middle of nowhere, not near a vehicle terminal, or if your vehicle's on a cooldown or you don't have the resources. Simply hit the button, come back to the screen, and off you go. Another thing to take into account is the deployment location screen tells you exactly what you can acquire and what you can't acquire at stations, labs, fortresses, sunderers, and more. Simply look at the icons all the way over to the right-hand side. It'll tell you if you can change classes, grab a main battle tank, or your Empire-specific air vehicles. And that's very important and will dictate where you want to go and where you need to go to get said vehicles. But don't forget about main battle tanks. If your Empire doesn't own a tech plant or you're cut off from it, you won't be able to pull one out anywhere. So pay attention to those icons and where you need to go to armor back up, cowboy. Last but not least is the instant action and hotspot deployment function. You can hit the icon on the map or you can go to the bottom left. You can change continents at the snap of a finger and hot drop deep into enemy territory or deep into friendly territory defending a base. But be careful where you choose. That's on a 30-minute cooldown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Basic Training for Planetside 2 and found it very helpful. Don't forget to use the redeploy function. Don't forget that the redeployment screen updates every second. So be patient. That's one of the biggest tips I can give you, and trust your Empire. Sometimes they pop out a sunderer at the last second or your squad busts out a beacon. Until next time, guys, enjoy and hope to see you out in Araxis soon.
Sony.